welcome back to Real Reviews. This is Cody Williams, and we're here to talk about the movie Five Nights at Freddy's. This movie in particular is an adaptation of the survival horror video game franchise. No, I have not played any of the games, but I'm actually considering giving them a try. From what I keep hearing, the games do seem to have a pretty big following. Judging from the previews alone, this movie looks like it may have some potential. Now that I just got done watching it, I'm ready to talk about it. The movie story follows a desperate young man who takes a job at an infamous, long-abandoned pizzeria with a dark past, bringing his little sister along. As they uncover the restless spirits and vengeful animatronics within, they must confront their own haunting memories. With the help of an enigmatic police officer, they battle to save their souls and unravel the sinister secrets lurking at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Well then, first things first, I will say that the movie was just alright. It was fun to an extent, but I just wasn't overly fascinated with it. I don't have a deep understanding of the lore from the game, so I'm only going to be dissecting this movie just as a movie itself. I do have several issues with this movie, but I'm going to save those for later. For now, I want to talk about what the movie does great at, whether it be the production design, cinematography, special effects, and some good acting. Aesthetically speaking, I love this movie. The way it captured the nostalgia of going to Chuck E. Cheese back in the day is kind of magical, really. It's hard to say when the movie is set, but I'm guessing it's late 90s or early 2000s. Either way, the production design of the interior and exterior of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria was pretty fantastic to look at. When it comes to the visuals, the movie's cinematography was really exquisite. I absolutely loved the use of lights and shadows to evoke the film's atmosphere and foreboding undertone. Of course, there were some shots that were really well framed, so yeah, the movie is pretty to look at. As for the special effects, I was really impressed. You all know how much of a stickler I am for practical effects, and I was amazed by what was done. For each of the many malevolent animatronics in the movie, all the different moving parts that you see on a singular animatronic was puppeteered by one person, with the eyes being controlled by another, the arms controlled by someone else, and also the ears and jaws being controlled by another puppeteer. So with all four animatronics together, that's a lot of puppeteering going on with a lot of hardworking people involved. Apparently, there were some instances when they were costumes worn by actors, so there is that as well. With the talent involved, I will say that I appreciated what Josh Hutcherson did with his character. Many may know him from the Hunger Games movies, but I've never seen those. So I'll always remember him as the child actor from some older movies like RV, Sathura, and Bridge to Terabithia. Regardless, he does do some good acting in Five Nights at Freddy's. As far as anyone else goes, we do have Matthew Lillard, who you may know from Scream or the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. I thought he was a fantastic addition, and you can definitely tell he had a lot of fun working on this movie because it shows. The movie itself is not good. What bothered me mostly would have to be the writing itself. I liked what they tried to do with the plot, but the execution of it was not all that. I do think that the use of flashbacks was a little bit too much for my liking, and the script and dialogue all felt subpar. Also, I do think that the ending didn't quite have the right amount of payoff I was expecting. It just didn't quite stick the landing. I'm sure I'm not the first to say this, but I do also think that the movie could have benefited more with an R rating. With all that said, I wasn't overly fascinated with the movie, not that I was expecting much out of it. Overall, Five Nights at Freddy's is an unfortunate and forgettable misfire of a film that had the potential to be something great, but in the end it was ultimately squandered by how generic and dull it was. It's not a great movie, and it's not downright terrible either. If anything, this movie is just a tad above average at best. I give this movie a C+. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to keep up with my reviews.